everybody, I'm Kimberly Turner from cookingwithkimberly.com, and tonight I'm going to show you how to make a really cool side dish recipe or as a nice salad that you can serve while you're entertaining, especially at barbecues and picnics right now since it's nice and summery. I'm doing roasted blue potato and broccoli salad, and I'm going to do a nice hot vinaigrette to toss in at the very end. So I'm going to show you these cool blue potatoes. I'll chop one up for you. It has very purpley amethyst skin. There you go. Hopefully you can see that. Very cool, right? And the inside is indeed bluey purple. So these, when you cook them up, don't lose their color, which is really, really cool, and it's going to be fun to see after they've been cooked and tossed in a salad. It's going to be really beautiful, the green and the bluish purple. So I got these at both of these, the broccoli and the blue potatoes, at my local Harvest Barn Country Markets. I'm in Southern Ontario, so there's two locations. One is in Niagara-on-the-Lake and one is in St. Catharines, and they always have some really amazing, cool, fresh produce. Usually they try and keep within a 100-mile radius, if all possible, when bringing you these fresh treats. And I was really excited to find these new blue potatoes because I've never gotten to actually cook with them before. So here we go. We're gonna wash off these potatoes. I'm actually gonna retain the skin, and that's because there's lots of nutrients in the skin. These are already jam-packed full of antioxidants, especially called anthocyanins, and they, you know, team up with those free radicals and they get rid of them out of your body. Those things that cause strokes and cancer and all kinds of bad things. You know, these are helping you out because they're nice, brightly colored. So I'm going to wash them off, and I'm going to peel any spots where I feel like it's not so pretty or whatever. And we're going to go from there. So you'll see me, I'm going to wash everything off. Now, the broccoli won't take nearly as long as the potatoes to cook. In fact, it'll probably only take 10 to 15 minutes in the oven. So they're going to go in halfway through-ish when the potatoes are cooked. So I'm going to put this guy to the side for a minute. Make sure you check out my reviews on these great products. These are the blue potatoes from Harvest Barn and the Ontario broccoli as well. So check them out. You're going to love it. Let's clean these potatoes up. So clean up whatever spots you think don't look nice or you don't want. And I'm gonna just chunk them into bite-sized pieces. So roughly these guys look like they're probably gonna be, I don't know, 8 pieces of potato. Now check out how cool they look when they're chopped. They have a layer of white. They've got a nice white strip down the center. Very cool, right? Aren't they cool? I'm really excited. So I'm just going to throw them into my roasting pan that I'm going to use for them. I'm going to put olive oil in with them anyway, so I don't really need to coat the pan like I did with the turkey that I've done. So check out my recipe for the turkey. It's salami topped, cabbage wrapped roasted turkey. It's going to be delicious. Try and keep the pieces uniform. So you're really maximizing the nutritional value when you keep the skins on, that's for sure. That's where lots of the nutrients are. And most of the time we just peel them away. Plus it's a beautiful purple color too. You want to go all out with these guys because you don't get them all the time. And keep it relatively simple. With a nice basic vinaigrette. Roast it up with this other healthy vegetable for you. So this is a little tight in this dish. I was hoping I would be able to do that. Look how cool they look though. So I'm going to use a bigger roasting pan, especially since I'll be adding the broccoli. I didn't want to use the purple so you could see everything better. That's all. Now, need some olive oil. If you would like to crush up some garlic and put it in here at this point, you may. We don't eat a lot of garlic and onions these days in my house. Some people aren't really crazy about it, and that's cool. We can cook without it. But if you'd like to, go on and add it too. Now, I freshly cracked some pepper earlier. Just going to toss that in. And then I'm going to sprinkle some flake sea salt on. If you've never seen this stuff, it's cool. Check out my review for Malden sea salt flakes, and they're nice chunks of salt, but they're in the shape of pyramids, and when you use them they crunch up really nice. They're really aesthetically pleasing for a foodie to cook with, and it gives you nice crunchy pieces of salt. I like that. It's especially nice on steak fries when you put them in the oven. So just toss this up with the olive oil and the pepper and the salt. If you'd like to put rosemary in here, you may add a sprig of that or whatever you'd like, oregano even. You can put some basil in if you want, but I'd suggest the harder herbs, okay? 1 sec, I'm going to toss a little bit of red chili flake in here, only a little bit. And I'm also gonna add a bay leaf. Okay, so I would typically do these potatoes at a higher temperature than 350. 350 is what my turkey breast is on in the oven right now, and we're just gonna have to roll with that. So they're ready to go in at this point. My turkey breast is probably about halfway done, and then these will take about, I don't know, 35, 40 minutes to probably tenderize up the way you really want them to be. And then I'll put the broccoli in, we'll finish it all up, okay? So right now I'm gonna throw them in, and they're gonna go for, I'm gonna check them in about 20 minutes, and I'm gonna turn them over and move them around a little bit to make sure they're not sticking to the bottom, etc. So it's gonna be really tasty. You'll see it in about 20 minutes. In the meantime, I can get this broccoli done. So I'm gonna chop it off the stalk, and we want it in, you know, bite-sized, manageable pieces. So we're just gonna cut it off the stalk, but we're also gonna use the stalk. Don't throw the stalk out. Don't underestimate the stalk. If you don't like eating the stalk, what you can do at this point is just throw it in a resealable plastic bag, put it in your freezer, and use it the next time you want to make some vegetable stock, or you want to add this to a soup. But this is completely edible. So what I'm going to do is, put these over to the side, and I'm going to just chop off these rough bits because I want to peel it. I'm going to use my peeler to make it a little easier for myself. Now these are going to go into the freezer bag for sure. And my outside peeling. Peel it as best you can. And I'm also going to cut off the end if it's really, really woody, which it kind of is. It's really tough. So that can go in the freezer. There, that's more tender. You'll be able to tell with your knife where it's more tender. So this is all edible stuff. Now I'm going to slice it into 3 bits here. Bite-sized pieces. You can make them into medallions, or you can do them like spears like I'm doing. We're just going to use this to toss them with some olive oil as well, just like we did the potatoes. Bite-sized pieces, so if you have to cut these stalks down a bit, then go ahead and do so. You really want to make sure that you get the heads of the broccoli nice and soaked with olive oil to keep them from really burning. I'm going to keep them nice and moist. Plus these are going in a salad later, so you want to make sure that they're bite-sized, you know, because you're going to be eating it like, you want it to be easy. Now you didn't need to use this much broccoli, but I wanted to use it up. And it's also, everything's going to kind of shrink as it roasts, right, even the potatoes. So we're going to have lots of room in that nice big roasting pan. I'm going to toss this with some olive oil. Let's crack some black pepper. I'm not going to put the salt on yet because salt tends to leach moisture from vegetables. So I don't want that to happen right now while it's sitting here waiting for the potatoes to get mostly done. So I'm going to wait until right before I put them into the roasting pan with the potatoes before I put that salt on. I can toss it with the pepper now. So just toss them up, make sure that they're nice and coated. If you feel like you need a little bit more olive oil, go ahead. You're better off being a little bit more generous with the broccoli than not. All right, so you'll see me in probably, I don't know, 20 minutes. Okay, my potatoes have been in for 20 minutes. Man, they look lovely. Now I'm just going to toss them. They smell amazing. Now these guys, the broccoli is still not ready to go in here because they're not quite ready. Just do a knife test. Yes, they have quite some ways to go. So they're gonna go back in for another 15-20 minutes and then take a look at them again. Okay, these potatoes are done. Another 15 minutes has elapsed, and I'm just going to quickly knife test them. Yep, they're where I need them to be. So I'm going to add the broccoli now. And I'm going to just toss it up together. Okay, and these will likely take another 15 minutes or so. I'm going to just make sure that the broccoli's done because the potatoes for sure will be done by then. So we just need to get this broccoli tenderized and we'll be ready. So back into the oven it goes. Okay, while I'm waiting for the potatoes and the broccoli to be done, I'm going to make up a quick vinaigrette, okay? So the first thing I'm going to start with is I'm going to add a little bit of ground mustard. That's what I use to bind my vinaigrettes together. I like it better than using, you know, other things people use. You can use also prepared mustard, but I'm using probably, I don't know, it looks like half a teaspoon, I would say. You can use prepared mustard, and you can crush up your garlic. That also helps emulsify, meaning keeping your oil and your vinegar together because they would typically separate. Now I've got a lot of pepper already on my potatoes and my broccoli. So I'm not gonna add any more pepper or chilies because I've already done that, and I'm having a very spicy entree tonight. So I'm going to add some vinegar, maybe about a quarter cup. And I'm going to add some honey, probably about a tablespoon. It's a very basic vinaigrette. And I'm going to add some olive oil. The ratio is roughly 1 to 4. Vinegar to oil. So I'm just going to whisk this up. You might see that you may want some more mustard, you may want some more honey, you may want to season it, salt and pepper. You can add chives, you can add parsley, you can add basil, whatever it is you like. This is just very, very basic, and we're going to try this. Beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to just chop up some fresh parsley I grabbed from my garden. My plant's really little, so it didn't have a lot to give me yet, but I got a little something, something, a little bit of greenery, and that's going right into my vinaigrette as well. Okay, that's beautiful. So I'll show you the consistency and the color. It's a nice light, light color, beautiful, and it's just opaque enough. That happens with the mustard, and you see how it's keeping the oil and the vinegar together beautifully. Okay, all right. Okay, I'm gonna check on these veggies. I think they should probably be close to being done. And what we want are the stalks tender, and you don't want to brown those tree tops too much, the broccoli tops. So we're gonna check these stalks. Checking the potatoes. Potatoes are nearly right where I want them to be, and the stalks look like they probably could use another 10 minutes at this temperature. So we just tossed it up again, just make sure that everything's still coated nicely. And back in, don't forget we're at a lower temperature than usual. It's at 350 just because of my turkey breast, and it's almost done too, so almost perfect timing. Okay, I think these vegetables are done. We're nearly at our 10-minute mark here. Potatoes seem nice and done. Let's check this broccoli. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm about 5 minutes away. I'm putting a little bit of this vinaigrette on, and I'm going to toss it now. All right, back in the oven, 5 more minutes. Okay, these veggies are done. Okay, look how beautiful. The green and the blue potatoes, absolutely delicious. I can't wait to try it. I'm going to put it in here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the seasoning as it is right now. And if people want some more on their plate, they can choose to do so. I can pass it around. So here is the blue potato and broccoli, roasted blue potato and broccoli salad with a hot vinaigrette. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So let's serve this up. I already sliced myself some turkey. It's salami wrapped salami topped, cabbage wrapped turkey breast roasted in the oven. Awesome. Make sure you check out that recipe. So, move this over here, and we're gonna check out this lovely salad. Let's see how we're doing. The broccoli is perfectly done, perfect texture. See these potatoes. They're a nice dense potato. I wasn't sure what to expect. They're kind of more of the waxy variety, and I like that quite a lot. Now you can serve it up with a little bit more of that dressing, just to snazz it up a little bit, and you're good to go. Lovely. All right, so that's how you do it. Let's show you one more time. That's how you do it. A beautiful roasted broccoli and blue potato salad with a basic vinaigrette. Fantastic. You have to make it too. All right, check me out. Follow me on Twitter at Cooking with Kim, E with a capital E. Like the fan page at facebook.com/cookingwithkimberly. My shows are on ifood.tv/cookingwithkimberly and youtube.com/cookingwithkimberly. And my site is cookingwithkimberly.com. That's it, that's all. Be a champion in your kitchen and eat deliciously. Bye.